Across Peru, census takers are knocking on doors. Identified by their purple waistcoats, they aim to visit nearly 14 million households in the country. As the census begins, new categories have been added to the questionnaire to include not just Peru's more than 50 indigenous identities, but also the waves of migration that have arrived in this country over the centuries from Europe, Africa and Asia, and make up part of Peru's melting pot culture. Nowadays, tablets replace paper, and there's a list of around 70 questions. For the first time, there are new specific categories for Asian ethnic identities, among them Peruvians of Japanese and Chinese descent. Hilio Chongwen Li is Tusán, a Peruvian whose grandparents came from China. His son, Leonardo, identifies as Tusán too, being Chinese and Peruvian.
We consider ourselves Tusán, and for my part, I'm very happy because, in a way, we already feel identified and represented in this country. The first Chinese migrants arrived more than 170 years ago. They came in various ways. They came as railway workers first, as guano workers, then they came as merchants. Now they're coming as industrialists.
The last National Census was held in 2017, and normally it's held every 10 years. But analysts decided to conduct it in 2025 to better understand recent migration trends. More than 1.7 million Venezuelans are believed to live in Peru today. It will take more than 30,000 census takers 3 months to complete the survey, then 5 months to process the information.
Peru is a country of all races. In the 2017 census, these categories did not exist, and it was the first time we asked about ethnicity in the census. Now, in 2025, we are returning to the topic of ethnicity and asking the questions we asked in 2017, but we have added the question of how people identified themselves. The new inclusions allow us to truly understand all the ethnicities that exist here in Peru.
The first Cantonese labourers arrived on these shores in 1849, more than 175 years ago. Yet, even after generations of intermarriage, the Chinese values are as present as the ethnic characteristics, says Li.
We have also been very involved in the development and culture of what is now Peru. For example, the restaurants known as the chifa, but there are also many Chinese words that are still used, and many idioms and ways of living together. We feel very integrated in Peru.
In a country where food is so important, Chinese Peruvian restaurants called chifas can be found everywhere. While Chinese words, particularly for ingredients like ginger and soy sauce, are part of everyday speech in Peru.
Let's see what the results say. It is said informally that in Peru, 10% of the population has Chinese ancestors or forefathers.
Now, as the Asian giant is the principal trading partner and foreign investor for Peru, it seems like a good time to see how many Peruvians can trace their ancestors back to China. Dan Collyns, CGTN, Lima.